Today, for the first time, I'm going to try to make some brioche bread. Never made it before, and I never actually ever really use a mixer when I'm making my bread. I usually do it by hand, but today we're going to try it with a mixer. First thing, I'm going to add 4 eggs, some milk, and the yeast. And then you're going to let that set for about a minute. So next, I'm going to add 280 grams of flour. And then I'm going to mix it until everything's incorporated. Make sure you have your dough hook on and have at it. Once you get everything incorporated, you're going to add another 50 grams of flour, and then you're going to mix it on your middle setting for about 5 minutes. Next, you're going to add some sugar and salt. You're going to mix it for about 5 minutes. And remember, you're going to have to stop it every once in a while so you can scrape the edges of the mixing bowl to incorporate all the dough that's stuck on the side back into the bowl. Now it's time to add the butter. You're going to add about 3/4 cup of butter that's cold, and you're going to cut it up. You're going to add about maybe 2/3 of it right off the bat. Just add it in there. Add a little flour over it. The flour is supposed to help with the butter so it sticks better with the dough. And you're going to mix this for about 10 minutes. And within that 10 minutes, you want to incorporate the rest of the butter. So gradually over time, you're going to just keep on adding more butter to it and mix it for about 10 minutes. Next, I'm going to take the dough out of the bowl. Once you have it on your countertop, you're going to just fold it on top of each other. It's a little sticky. You got to use a little flour on it. It's going to be sticky. Then just start folding it over. Put it in a bowl, cover it up for 3 hours. Okay, it's rested for 3 hours, and look what we got. It's about triple in size. It's exactly what you need. So next step, you're going to get some flour. You're going to put it on your countertop. Okay, now that I have the flour down, I'm going to get the dough. Oh, it's nice and airy. I'm going to lay it right on my counter. So, this next step, what we're going to do is we're going to cut this into 3 equal sections. You could eyeball it, you could use your scale, but I'm just going to eyeball it. About that. Okay? When we have it like that, we're going to start forming them into balls. So here are the finished dough balls. I'm gonna let them rest in like maybe around 10 minutes. And put the dough balls into the pan. Get a little loaf pan right here. Gonna spray with some little baking spray just so it doesn't stick. And then once we do that, we're gonna put a piece of saran wrap on it. So now that I have the saran wrap on, I'm gonna let it sit. And then about 45 minutes before I wanna bake it, I'm gonna set my oven to 375 and let it preheat. So it's ready. So I let it rest for maybe an hour and 20 minutes. So it depends on the temperature of your kitchen. So it takes up to like 2 hours, but it could take less. The way I know it's done is when, if you notice, the dough is pushing against the plastic wrap. That means it's done. So that's when you peel it off and you put it in your oven. The oven's been set at 375. It's been warming up for about like 40 minutes or so. So my next step is to put it in the oven. And then in 30 minutes, I will check on it. This is about 10 minutes in, and I wish you guys could smell it. It smells so good. This is about 30 minutes into the bake. I just open it up. I'm going to turn it a little so, you know, it bakes evenly. And I'm going to let it bake for another 10 minutes. I'm also going to make a little aluminum foil tent because I don't want the top to get too dark. So to avoid that, you put a little piece of aluminum foil over it and then let it bake for the remaining 10 minutes. So this is it. This is the finished product. It's called Brioche Bread. I hope I'm saying it right. And here, a little closer look at it, at what it looks like. I'm going to take it out of the pan right now and let it cool in the rack. I always get nervous taking it out of the pan. I don't know why. I just get nervous of what it's going to look like. Just flip it over. Let's see. And voila. Look at how nice that looks. Let me turn it over. Whew. Think you can see a little better picture of it right there. I'm gonna let it sit for about 30 minutes to an hour, and then I'm going to try it. It's my first time making this bread, so we'll see how it tastes. Now it's time to cut into it, and let's see how it turns out. Smells good. Excellent. Turned out really good. Thank you for joining.